Hello friends. Today in this lecture we will study some heat treatment defects, their possible causes and remedies. Heat treatment is the heating and cooling process by which microstructure and mechanical properties of metal and alloys are improved. When metal fails to achieve the desired properties after heat treatment, the process is said to be defective. Sometimes the heat-treated components may not show the desired properties in spite of adaptation of proper procedure. This may be due to some unsuitable chemical composition of alloys. It is necessary to know about possible causes and defects associated with heat treatment. The most common type of defects observed in heat treatment of steels are low hardness, soft spot, oxidation and decarburization, overheating, burning, formation of cracks, distortion and warping. So in coming slides we will see one by one their possible causes and remedies. One of the common heat treatment defect is insufficient or reduced hardness and strength after hardening. When component is heated to a austenizing temperature and later are quenched, it may not develop the desired hardness and strength. Actually, on quenching martensite, which is a hard phase, is formed. To remove the brittleness, it is tempered. After tempering, there is marginal softening of martensite, but other mechanical properties are improved. The tendency to crack formation is also getting reduced. Martensite forms only when the cooling rate is more than critical cooling rate. So here the critical cooling rate shown by B is critical cooling rate, but ultimately to get 100% martensitic structure, the rate of cooling should be more than critical cooling rates. That is, the rate of cooling rate should be of A kind. Then and then only austenite will get directly converted into martensite. Sometimes low hardness is noticed in steels after surface hardening treatment like carburizing, cyaniding and nitriding processes. This may be due to improper carburizing atmosphere, low heat treatment temperature, the presence of excessive austenite and large volume of metal in furnace. Therefore, to overcome this, proper carburizing and post carburizing heat treatment should be done. The reason for low hardness are low hardening temperature, delayed quenching. If if you are wasting time in carrying out quenching, then ultimately it will be reducing hardness. Then is a insufficient soaking time and presence of large amount of retained austenite. These are some possible causes of reduced hardness. Then next type of defect is soft spot. Sometimes after hardening operation of steel, the hardness on the surface of component is not uniform. So here we can see some black spots are there and they are showing ununiform hardness at various locations. Hardened steel shows varying hardness at different points on their surface. This defect is called as soft spot. There are several reasons for occurrence of this soft spot, that is formation of vapor blanket between quenchant and quenching media and component during quenching operation, which hinders rapid heat dissipation. Then keeping of large components in a furnace leading to non-uniform heating of component, improper handling of component during quenching, that is if you are not going to stir the components when they are dipped in quenching bath, the bubbles are formed and that the bubbles may trap the heat dissipation and it will create a soft spot kind of defect. One of the method of preventing formation of soft spot is adaptation of spray quenching practice. Then next heat treatment defect is overheating of steel. Because of overheating, there are some undesirable properties are generated in casting. If steels are heated well above the upper critical temperature, larger austenitic grains are formed and they develop the undesirable grain coarsening, which ultimately reduce the mechanical properties. And if they are cooled slowly in room temperature, it lacks both ductility and resistance to shock. but it is not damaged, so that kind of steels are called as overheated steels. So the grain structure of overheated steel can be corrected by proper heat treatment parameters, then by carrying out some mechanical work, and a combination of this both suitable heat treatment and a combination of mechanical work will reduce the overheating of steels. These are quenching cracks. Sometimes cracks are formed in steel as a result of stresses induced during transformation of austenite to hard phase of martensite. The crack may be smaller or larger. These appears after a steel samples are quenched, rapidly quenching. Transformation of austenite to martensite is occurred by increase in is because of increase in volume. As a result of this, various compressive stresses are induced and crack may appear. The detailed mechanism is considered in this section. Appearance of quenching crack is very serious defect, since a steel component with quench crack cannot be used. It has only the scrap value. Some of the residual stresses can be also released by carrying out stress relief annealing kind of heat treatment by reheating the steel to relatively lower temperature at about 250 degrees Celsius. So almost 80 to 85% stresses can be released. Higher temperature tempering can also release internal stresses, but once quench cracks are formed, they cannot be removed. Quenching cracks more or less as a straight lines runs from surface towards the center of quenching specimen here. So you cannot rework it, it has to be rejected. Then another kind of heat treatment defect is distortion and warping. As here you can see, two pieces of weld are getting welded here, but because of thermal imbalance generated here, the component gets distorted and or it is getting twisted. So distortion refers to changes in size and shape of heat treated component due to thermal and structural stresses. It refers to unsymmetrical distortion of component after heat treatment. Dimensional changes may occur. These dimensional changes may give rise to distortion in steel. When steel is heated to elevated temperature or cooled slowly, there is very small temperature gradient. The temperature can be taken as uniform throughout the specimen. Distortion occurs due to combined effect of thermal and transformation stresses. It refers to dimensional changes after hardening which takes place as a result of volume change during phase transformation. Distortion produced by thermal and transformational stresses are influenced by the rate of heating, shape, size, wall thickness and geometry of part, chemical and structural inhomogeneities, the rate of cooling, and also sub-zero treatment is also carried out to sort out this kind of defects. Then next type of defect is surface decarburization or oxidation. When steels are heated to high temperature in furnace open to atmosphere, furnace gases like oxygen, water vapor and carbon dioxide may react with surface of steel which is being heated. This may give rise to two surface phenomena like oxidation and decarburization. Oxidation of steel takes place because of presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide and other water vapors. During oxidation at about 180 degrees Celsius, a thick oxide layer is formed on the surface of steel. When temperature is still raised above 425 degrees Celsius, porous and loose oxide layers are formed. So ultimately, the surface decarburization will reduce your dimensions. Therefore, due to oxidation, the quality of surface of steel component is affected adversely. During decarburization, carbon is removed from surface when it is heated to temperature above 650 degrees Celsius. Carbon reacts with oxygen or hydrogen above 650 degrees Celsius. The problem of oxidation and surface decarburization can be prevented by adapting. Decarburized surface layer can be removed by machining after heat treatment. In the absence of controlled atmosphere, the steel components can be heated with carburizing reagents. in box or with special surface coating like borax powder. Ceramic coating may be applied to the components prior to heat treatment that may reduce surface decarbonization kind of defects.